Hello everyone, welcome back to Danny Treefrog Reviews. Now today we're going to be talking about a movie, because I kind of wanted to take a break from video games and stuff, so I just thought, we should take a look at a movie based on a video game. That's right, I'm going to be talking about the Ratchet Clank movie that was based on the original video game. And sometime I might talk about the video game that was based on the movie that was based on the game. Okay, let's just get through this. Now, before we get started, I should go ahead and say I'm only going to be showing pictures because I kind of want to avoid copyright as much as I can. Now, I can remember actually seeing the Ratchet Clank movie the night it came out, and there was hardly anyone there. Probably because the movie was plastered with all kinds of bad reviews. But what do I think of the movie? Well, let's just wait until the end to find out, shall we? The plot of the movie is only very similar to the first game through Ratchet meeting Clank, and that's about it. Well, that and the fact that Drek is trying to take pieces of other planets and make a new planet out of it. But the rest of the plot goes like this, and yes, there will be spoilers. Chairman Drek wants to go through his evil plan by having a new world, with the help of the Blarg and Dr. Nefarious. Meanwhile, Ratchet dreams of joining the Galactic Rangers, and when he tries out, he's rejected at first due to his past. Later on, Clank is accidentally made. When he realizes of evil plans, he goes to try to warn the Rangers, while being hunted down by Victor Von Ion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my brain just woke up and it made me realize that I will not do that well at explaining this whole plot, so I will just say that there are actually a lot of similarities to the first game's plot, but there are a lot of changes as well. So, yeah, I'll just say that. Sorry about wasting your time with explaining the first part of the plot. The plot of the movie is decent enough. I mean, there's some cliches here and there, but it was pretty decent and sort of unique for a movie. There are a lot of moments that are a bit rushed, but this is a PG-rated movie, so kids will be watching it, and their short attention spans don't help that, so... And while I do love the humor in the first game, and the second and third game for that matter, I can agree that it wouldn't have worked as well in movie form, so it's understandable why they changed some of that. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, because there is a lot of funny moments in this movie. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and give the rest of my pros and cons for this movie, and I'll start out with the cons, just to get that out of the way. One of the biggest ones being Ratchet and Clank's relationship. In the original game, Ratchet and Clank do become friends at the beginning, but Ratchet kind of selfishly does things, and there's eventually some tension between the two, and it feels like they have to work together rather than being friends, but by the end of the game, they end up becoming friends for life. With some character development, obviously. Whereas in the movie, they become friends, stay friends, and are friends for life by the end of the movie, with next to no problems between the two. That's a bit of a problem, especially for a movie, but there is some tension between Ratchet and Captain Quark, but the movie's not called Ratchet and Quark, it's called Ratchet and Clank. Another big issue I have is, well, when I first saw the movie, I thought that Ratchet and Clank didn't really have a whole lot of screen time for their own movie. When I realized after watching it again that they do have enough screen time, it's just that half the time the characters are separated. I'm not saying they should be together in every single scene they're in, I'm just saying that they needed a little more time together than they got. And the last big issue I have is, well, I feel like there's a bit too many characters. The movie kind of feels like it would be more fitting if you call it the Galactic Rangers featuring Ratchet and Clank and Captain Quark. But that would have been too long, so they just call it Ratchet and Clank. Which, obviously, it can be a good thing when you have a big cast of characters, it's just give the main characters a little more spotlight than these other ones. And that's about it with all the negatives. The only other thing I can think of is maybe just not every joke lands as well, and that's about it. Now it's time for the pros of this movie. While I do prefer the character designs of the original games, I actually like the redesigns they did. I also like the fact that they brought back some old, seemingly forgotten characters. It was a nice little touch there. I also like the fact that they decided to go with the organic lifeform version of Dr. Nefarious before he became a robot. I also like some of the new characters they have. They're not my favorite, but I'm glad they're there. And while not every joke landed, there were a lot of funny moments in the movie. So, what did I think of the movie overall? Well, when I first saw it in theaters, I thought it was pretty awesome. And then later on, I slowly started to think it was just okay, and I hadn't watched the movie since I watched it in theaters. But then I watched it again with a friend on Blu-ray, and I thought it was pretty good, just not great. So, overall, I'd say the movie's pretty good. Now, part of that could be because I'm a big fan of the Ratchet Clank series overall, but my friend who knew next to nothing about the series said that she liked it pretty well. So, I don't know, I guess it just depends on what you think. So thanks for watching my very first movie review, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize that I had to only do pictures, but I want to avoid copyright as much as I can. But also, again, thanks for watching the video, and like it if you want to, subscribe if you want to, and I am still thinking of some outro stuff because I am bad at doing that. So, thanks for watching.